Pussy. Sorry, spoiled that for you. Season 2, episode 54 of the Fill in the Blanc streaming network. We're coming up on our anniversary. I'm so proud that you love me with all your heart. I've gotten all the flowers you sent me. Emoji and real life flowers. I don't know how you got my address. That's so creepy. My boyfriend's crazy. November 16th, 2023. Mikey Days from SNL. Colman Domingo's a guy I've never met. And then some girl's gonna push products. I won't be airing that. Anyways, enjoy this shit show. I'm out. You're stuck watching this crap. If you enjoy this, like the video. If you don't, like the video anyway, because that's what you have to do. You got to do what all the cool kids are doing. Fucking like this, like that, suck my dick. Fuck you. You got to scratch my balls because 60 million people on TikTok said so. Oh. 11/16/2023, season 2, episode 54. Colman, Domingo, Rustin, Mikey Day, Saturday Night Live, Monica Mangin with more Black Friday bargains. All right, let's get this fucking show on the road. Oh.
WeInChicago.com.
The magnificent Mile Lights Festival, Sunday at 6. It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today from the new film Rustin, Colman, Domingo, and Saturday Night Live cast member Mikey Day. Plus, get a jump on Black Friday bargains exclusively for our amazing viewers. All next online. And now, here are Kelly goodbye.
Oh, shake your shoulders, man.
Welcome. The static cling season is upon us. It's Friday, November 17th, 2023. I sprayed.
You snapping and popping?
No, I sprayed every aspect of my person down with static guard. Then I resprayed the clothes. Then I sprayed my hair, and I still felt an electric shock.
Did you spray any hair on your pubic hair? That's important, because if you get a shock down there, that's talk about a fire in a bush. Am I right?
Every aspect of my person down with static guard. Then I resprayed the clothes. Then I sprayed my hair, and I still felt an electric shock when I pulled out the chip. Terrible.
You're all charged up.
I'm all charged up.
Ready for sex.
Hey, what do I like when I get sick? What's my first
pussy
request when I get sick?
A thermometer, a hospitalization, a doctor to come to the house.
Pussy.
You like soup, you like tea, you like toast with butter.
Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup.
So you don't know what he likes when he's sick, but you give him shit because he orders you eggs Benedict all the time. He always orders you the wrong thing at a restaurant, and you call him out and embarrass him in public. But when he's sick and he asks you what does he like, you don't know the fucking right answer, but it's supposed to be okay. Mark should get on your ass right now for saying chicken noodle soup. I've asked for chicken noodle soup like the last 200 times I've been sick over the last 20 years. It's always chicken noodle soup, a big bowl of a certain can of chicken noodle soup with extra noodles added. And you just say soup and toast with butter. You get on me for eggs Benedict and you don't know my favorite sick food is? Come on. That's not fair. It's not fair, babe. No peni for you.
Toast with butter.
Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup.
Matzo
ball soup.
Yes. Does chicken soup really help cure a cold? Doctors weigh in. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so many medical experts. I feel so reassured.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, what? Are you guys medical experts? You guys aren't even experts in how to like walk in a straight line. I mean, I would say that any kind of a hot broth or hot liquid helps fight a cold. It doesn't help cure a cold, but it helps to fight it because the heat of the liquid will probably help to, kill bacteria, depending on what you're drinking. Also, you want it to help strengthen any kind of destroyed innards, if you would. But if you just have chicken noodle, if you're sick, if you have a bad cold and you're sick for like a week, you just can't have soup 7 days a week and expect to be better. You might be better, but chances are if instead of soup, you had like split pea soup, you might have been better anyway. Or maybe if you had like spaghetti and like buttered noodles 7 days a week, you would have been better. So you can't say it's soup. You might have been better if you had, a banana and a pork chop every day. It just might have been your body fighting it off. How can you attribute chicken noodle soup to that being better?
Matzo ball soup.
Yes. Does chicken soup really help cure a cold? Doctors weigh in. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so many medical experts. I feel so reassured.
While it won't actually cure the cold, chicken noodle soup may help alleviate some of the symptoms that come along with having the cold or flu. The veggie seasonings like garlic and herbs.
But when you're really sick, do you want to eat anything? This is why I always tell you, you're never really sick. Like,
When
when I'm really sick, the idea of eating something is almost
Okay, so according to Kelly, so your definition of being sick, for you to truly be sick, you have to be to the point where you have no desire to eat anything. Even if you're hungry and you have starving stomach pains, even if you're starving and you have like these hunger pains in your stomach, but you have no desire to eat, then you're sick. If you are willing to open up your mouth and chew more than 100 calories worth of food, then you are not sick. You could sit there and be sneezing and blowing your nose and boogers are coming out of your nose and you might be coughing up some phlegm and you might say I'm sick. But if I come home with a pizza and say, hey, you want a piece of pizza? And you're like, yes, please. Then you're not really sick. You just might be feeling under the weather a little bit. You might not be 100% or, as my grandpa would say, in tip-top shape, but you're not sick. The only way someone is truly sick is when they're not in the mood to eat and they can't eat. Even if they're starving, they can't eat. And I'm kind of the same way because there's been times where I know I've been in a position before school where a lot of my friends' parents would let them stay home because they're sick, because they're feeling under the weather. I would go to school because I don't want to be home. But for me, if you're really, really sick, I think it's to the point where you are getting you're like super cold and shivering. You know what I mean? You like hot sweats, like where you're cold sweats, where you're cold and you're sweating. Or if you're like, this has happened where it's been like 50 degrees outside, but we're in we got the heat on at 68 degrees and I have pajama pants, a hooded sweater. My head is covered. My ears are covered. I have a shirt. I have a hoodie with my hood up, my sleeves. I'm wearing pajama pants and then a pair of shorts over my pajama pants. And I got socks on, thick like slipper socks. And I am covered pretty much head to toe. And I am still shivering like cold, where I had to turn the temperature up to like 72 degrees just to feel like I was somewhat warm. Where, of course, like my roommates will be like, it's hot as hell in here. Like, that's sick. When someone makes your favorite meal and you're like, I'm not in the mood. Like, I remember I ate like 300 calories over the course of 6 days. You know what I mean? And putting like 3 Doritos in your mouth, putting like 3 potato chips in your mouth or 5 potato chips does not count as eating. But if you're like, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm sick. I think I'm sick. I got something. Don't come near me. I don't feel so good. I'm sick. But I'm like, oh, so I guess you don't want this burrito de asada with guacamole? You're like, oh, I'll have it. Just can you give it to me in my room? I'm going to go lay down. No, take it upstairs with you. You're not sick. You're sitting here. You're all sick, but you're about to scarf down a greasy-ass burrito in your bed. Get the fuck out of here. I agree with Kelly on this. That must be an Italian thing. Or Mark's a pussy. Or a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. Maybe the answer is C, both A and B, because This is a pussy you're looking at right here. This guy probably looks at the
symptoms that come along with having the cold
probably,
or flu. The veggie seasonings like garlic and herbs.
But when you're really sick, do you want to eat anything? This is why
This guy looks at the sunshine the wrong way and sneezes twice in a row and fucking calls off work the whole next week. Tells his kids to fucking not bother him and starts ordering, you know, fucking asking his kids to get him soup and hot chocolate and cater to him while he's wrapped up in bed. I sneezed twice. You know what I mean?
I always tell you, you're never...
You know, just because you're not 100% healthy doesn't mean you're sick.
Or really sick. Like, when I'm really sick, the idea of eating something is almost like... I can't even drink anything because I'm too sick to actually make... You know, to make that happen.
If I have a sore throat,
and sometimes, if I have a sore throat where I'm coughing and it causes this like what I call sandpaper. It feels like there's sandpaper in the inside of my throat, and it's like it's not even an acid reflux thing. It's like I cough and there's this pain. It just feels like every time I cough, someone's rubbing sandpaper on the inside of my throat, and just swallowing hurts a little bit. So I'll drink like hot tea, but even the hot tea I put like ice cubes in, and I drink like lukewarm tea, and even that like I'll make like a whole quart of it, and I'll sip like an ounce at a time. You know what I mean? Like I'll put a tea bag in a pint, and I'll have a pint of hot water. I'll put some ice cubes in it, and like even when it's not even hot anymore, like I should be able to at least chug like 4 or 5 ounces. I'll like take like an ounce, because if I chug too much and then swallow it all that liquid going down my throat is gonna hurt. I feel like part of my gums are swollen, or the inside of my esophagus, or whatever that is. I don't, and it's like, it just hurts to swallow. I'd rather starve than swallow because it hurts too much. Like, you think I want to sit there and eat 25 pieces of chopped up steak and swallow and go through all that pain because I love steak so much? The steak will be there next week. My throat might not. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
That's usually what I want, is a nice warm soup.
And a blowjob.
Feed a cold.
Starve a fever, or is it starve a cold, feed a fever?
Other foods that help with colds and flu, any broths. Citrus fruits that contain micronutrients like vitamin C. Other foods like bananas and berries that contain minerals and antioxidants. Garlic and ginger help support the immune function. You like the ginger.
I like ginger.
Omega-3 fatty acid sources such as salmon help reduce inflammation, and fluids like hot teas act as a natural decongestant.
What was it, when we were kids and our parents would rub Vicks all over our chests?
Yes.
And then our eyes would be burning all night?
No, what are you talking about? My eyes didn't burn. It was like a mentholated thing. My eyes didn't burn. Your eyes burned? I don't know if you had allergic. My eyes didn't burn. No, you would breathe it in. It would clear up. It would clear up your nostrils. It would basically loosen up all your boogers, and it would make it easier for you to blow out all the boogers, and it would help loosen up your phlegm and your snot and your mucus. It would loosen up your mucus. That smell. It wouldn't burn my eyes. Where was your mom rubbing it? Up on your cheeks and stuff? You rub it on your chest. You don't rub it up in here. What do you mean it's burning your eyes? Your mom put it on wrong then. I don't know why it's burning your eyes. It never burned my eyes.
Remember that? Guys, you missed out. Kids here in the front row.
Oh, stop talking to kids like they fucking like you. Kids don't give a shit who you are. Their parents dragged them here because they lost a fucking bet about Taylor Swift.
This is why I always tell you.
These kids don't give a damn about you. Their kids dragged them here because they lost a bet about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
You're never really sick. Like, when I'm really sick, the idea of eating something is almost like I can't even drink anything because I'm too sick to actually make, to make that happen.
If I have a sore throat, that's usually what I want, is a nice warm soup. What do they say? Feed a cold,
starve a fever, or is it starve a cold, feed a fever?
Other foods that help with colds and flu, any broths. Citrus fruits that contain micronutrients like vitamin C. Other foods like bananas and berries that contain minerals and antioxidants. Garlic and ginger help support the immune function. You like the ginger.
Remember that? Guys, you missed out. The freewheeling 70s. Let me tell you. They just rubbed Vicks on you and hoped for the best.
I remember one time I had a really, really bad sore throat. And I don't know if one of your friends told you this, but you got a sock filled with, I think, kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
And put it around my neck.
Yeah, did it help?
No.
Oh.
No. It's feed a cold, starve a fever.
Yeah. Feed a cold, starve.
Well, I guess I had a fever then because I was starving myself. Unless I was supposed to feed my intense cold by eating, and I just chose not to. I was starving. I was so hungry, but I couldn't eat. I would rather starve and just lay down on the couch and watch TV instead of eating. Because I knew that even if I heated up that soup, I would probably take let's just say 6 or 7 spoonfuls of mostly broth, and then I'd probably have to take a break because I feel like I would throw up if I ate that soup at the regular pace I would. And then 2 hours later, I'd put it back in the microwave, take another 3 or 4, slowly incorporate some nutrients into my body to slowly adjust, like drinking. You don't guzzle a whole fifth of tequila in, 2 minutes. You have a shot. You put a little lime. You sip it. Then you wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You have another shot. You slowly,
It's like vitamin C.
If you just overload your body with all this soup, it's probably going to be overload. Your body's going to regurgitate it back up.
And berries that contain minerals and antioxidants. Garlic and ginger help support the immune function.
Let me tell you, they just rubbed Vicks on you and hoped for the best.
I remember one time I had a really, really bad sore throat. And I don't know if one of your friends told you this, but you got a sock filled with, I think, kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
And put it around my neck.
Yeah, did it help?
No. No. It's feed a cold, starve a fever.
Yeah. Feed a cold, starve a fever.
Yeah.
Huh. This is very funny. I thought of you because I think of you always when it's a sleeping story. You know how you say that you can't sleep in the middle of the night? You get up, you read your news feed, you wake up very early in the morning.
Sometimes,
and you start scrolling. It's because you're snoozing so early. You know how you fall asleep before actual bedtime?
Uh-huh.
So what you're doing is when you fall asleep at 7 p.m. For 5 hours, that's really a 5-hour nap you're taking before bedtime.
It's my pre-sleep.
It's your pre-sleep, but it's your pre-sleep. Okay, don't get me wrong. I have fallen asleep the other day before the podcast. Remember,
Wait a minute.
I took a 10.
So before you go to bed, you take a 5-hour nap starting at 7 p.m. and that's a pre-sleep. So you take a nap between 7 p.m. and midnight, and then you wake up at midnight, and then what do you do? Go watch TV for a couple hours, and then go back to bed at 2, at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then you sleep from what, 3 to 7? So essentially you're getting 9 hours of sleep between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m.
Eat a cold.
Oh. Come on, this shit.
You know how you fall asleep before actual bedtime?
Uh-huh.
So what you're doing is when you fall asleep at 7 p.m. For 5 hours, that's really a 5-hour nap you're taking before bedtime.
Yes, when you fall asleep before bedtime. Right, I get it. A nap, between 4 and 5:30, you take a little nap, and then you wake up, you have dinner, you watch TV, then you go to bed at 9, 10, 11, whatever, right, 12. No. He takes his nap at 7 p.m. and wakes up from his nap at midnight. I'm not talking a 5 to 6:30 nap, or a 3 to 4 nap, or a 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock nap. I'm talking a 7 p.m. to midnight nap, and that's his nap. And then he wakes up and he watches TV till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then he goes back to what he calls regular sleep and sleeps from 2, 2:30, 3 o'clock till 6:30, 7, 7:30. So he basically sleeps 9 hours, but he splits them up into 2 sessions. He almost so he basically goes to sleep at 7, wakes up halfway through his night of sleep, watches TV, and then has a little halftime snack, and then finishes his sleep. Whoa, your husband's weird.
It's my pre-sleep.
It's your pre-sleep, but it's your pre-sleep. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I have fallen asleep like the other day before the podcast. Remember?
Sure.
I took a 10-minute nap, and I was so afraid that this 10-minute nap was going to disrupt my sleep because I slept for 10 minutes. He will do that, but for 5 hours. So I keep telling him, you really are sleeping much more than you realize. You have that 5-hour nap. You wake up for dinner. You have dinner. Then you.
Wait a minute. You have a 5-hour nap. You wake up for dinner. Are you telling me he eats dinner at midnight? He takes a nap at 7, wakes up at midnight, has dinner at midnight, and then goes back to sleep at like 2 in the morning and sleeps from 2 to 6? You eat dinner at midnight?
I thought of you because I think of you always when it's a.
Why not just have dinner at 7? After dinner, go to, take a nap at like 9 o'clock, and your nap is from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Sleeping story. You know how you say that you can't sleep in the middle of the night? You get up, you read your news feed, you wake up like very early in the morning.
Sometimes,
and you start scrolling. It's because you're snoozing so early. You know how you fall asleep before actual bedtime? So what you're doing is when you fall asleep at 7 p.m. For 5 hours, that's really a 5-hour nap you're doing before bedtime.
It's my pre-sleep.
It's your pre-sleep, but it's your pre-sleep. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I have fallen asleep like the other day before the podcast. Remember?
Sure.
I took a 10-minute nap,
Sure,
and I was so afraid that this 10-minute nap.
You see how fucking Mark said sure? Like the other day before my podcast, remember? And Mark goes, sure. Let me translate. When Mark says sure, what he's really saying is no. Like the other day before my podcast, you remember? No, I don't. I was thinking about a man ramming our daughter from the backside over the London Bridge.
Is when you fall asleep at 7 p.m. For 5 hours, that's really a 5-hour nap you're doing.
Unless he's napping from 2 to 7.
It's my pre-sleep.
It's your pre-sleep, but it's your pre-sleep. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I have fallen asleep like the other day before the podcast. Remember?
Sure.
I took a 10-minute nap, and I was so afraid that this 10-minute nap was going to disrupt my sleep because I slept for 10 minutes. He will do that, but for 5 hours. So I keep telling him.
So Kelly, you think if you sleep for 10 minutes, so if you go to bed at 9 p.m. and you think that if at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon you take a 10-minute nap, that you won't be able to go to bed at 9 o'clock that night, you'll stay up till midnight? I mean, what do you think? Like, I go to bed at 9, I fall asleep by 9:30. If I take a 10-minute nap, I might be up till midnight. You guys are both fucked in the head. None of that makes sense. None of it makes sense.
I took a 10-minute nap, and I was so afraid that this 10-minute nap was going to disrupt my sleep because I slept for 10 minutes. He will do that, but for 5 hours. So I keep telling him, you really are sleeping much more than you realize. You have that 5-hour nap. You wake up for dinner. You have dinner. Then you go back to the bed at 7:38, and then you sleep for another 6 hours. So that's like 11 hours of sleep. And then you say that you wake up so much earlier before me. But I've just gone to bed.
So what does it say?
It's saying you should
stay awake.
Okay. So he takes a nap at 2 p.m. So he gets tired. He takes a nap from 2 p.m., a 5-hour nap from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Right? Does he wake up naturally for dinner, or do you have to wake him up and say, hey, Mark, wake up, dinner? And so basically, he's sleeping. His sleep pattern is from 2 p.m. to... So his sleep his sleep schedule is from 2 p.m. to 1 a.m. and he wakes up in the middle of his sleep to eat food real quick. That's like if I went to bed at 10 p.m. and then I woke up at 3 in the morning to eat a quick omelet and French toast sandwich, or to eat a quick couple pieces of French toast and some bacon, and then went back to bed. He goes to sleep at 2, wakes up at 7, spends a half an hour awake eating dinner, and then right after dinner goes directly straight back to bed and falls back asleep by 8. And then sleeps from 8 to 2, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then when you wake up, then you're up in the middle of the night doing shit. Something tells me you like looking at porn, or you like being alone. You feel like you have privacy. Because then what do? You don't sit there and stay up all the way until like 5 a.m. I guess you could if you got to be at the studio at like 5:30 in the morning or something. Then it makes sense by the time you get home at 1 or 2, you're tired. I would not choose that schedule. I guess he just prefers that schedule instead of setting his alarm for like 4:30 in the morning and having to like wake up.
Try to not fall asleep on that sofa. Okay. Try to stay awake. Don't cave into that impulse.
Interesting. And whatever works for you, man. Whatever works for you.
6 hours, so that's like 11 hours of sleep. And then you say that you wake up so much earlier before me. But I've just gone to bed.
So what does it say?
It's saying you should
stay awake.
Try to not fall asleep on that sofa. Okay. Try to stay awake. Don't cave into that impulse because it's going to disrupt you.
But it's so nice. It's so nice. Speaking of which, best ways to counter the harmful effects of sitting.
Oh, sitting is the new smoking.
Yeah. Yes. Sitting too much can lead to an early death, chronic disease such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and more, according to research. They're saying there's so many better things to do than to sit. So just swapping 30 minutes of sitting for 30 minutes of sleeping. So what I'm doing,
30 minutes, dear.
What I'm doing because I know how sitting is bad. So I lay down and your circulation is better. So I sleep. Yeah. So it's good. You can also stand. I stand a lot.
How about going for a walk? Any ideas like that?
Yes, go for a walk. Yeah, go for a walk.
Because this is like if our as
cycling, biking.
As Americans, if our alternative to curing ourselves from 30 minutes of sitting is 30 minutes of laying down, we have gone off the cliff. We've careened.
It says walking, cycling, swimming, and even stair climbing. You can do that too. But if you're smart, you just lay down and take a nap.
For 30 minutes to 5 hours.
Yeah, I don't sleep for 5. I mean, gosh, the exaggeration. This is a little bit of an exaggeration. I'll go for like 2 hours.
What I'm going to do is
time it.
I'm going to do a
time lapse
video of Mark sleeping so that you all can know that I am, in fact, not at all lying.
I didn't say lying. I said exaggerating.
I am not at all exaggerating. I'm going to have to time lapse it or my phone battery will die from filming.
We'll do it. America wants to know. Yeah. America wants to know.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm looking in his face. He's getting ready to take a nap as we speak. Because all of this sleep talk has made him charred, as he likes to call it.
It's like catnip. Yeah. It's like catnip.
I'm watching you struggle right now.
Last night we took a nap before dinner. We both took a nap before dinner, right? We woke up and it was like, oh my God, it's dinner time. Let's go eat dinner. We were down for like 45 minutes.
No, I was down for like 10 minutes. You were down for 45 minutes.
But then I stayed up the rest of the night.
You stayed up and
Until
went
bedtime.
to bed at a regular bedtime.
Yeah.
But that was a shocking thing that you stayed awake until 11 p.m. It's like, that should not be fascinating. That should be normal. That should be like a normal thing, not like, look at me, I stayed awake and binged all 5 episodes, and I stayed awake for 5 hours. Yeah, because this is the normal time people go to bed. Most people don't go to bed before Jeopardy.
Why does it make you so... Why do you begrudge me this like beautiful sleep? Why do you begrudge me this?
Because you're not 97 years old. And I fear that when you're 97 years old, I'm going to be sitting there, we'll be in our side-by-side bathtubs, just like that Cialis ad. And I'll be looking at you, and it'll be 4 p.m., and you'll be sound asleep. And that I will find very irritating.
More irritating than you find it now?
Yeah, because I'll be twice as irritated as I am now.
You know what? I'm going to go on a sleep strike. I'm going to go on a sleep. Why do you begrudge me this like beautiful...
Because all of this sleep talk has made him hard, as he likes to call it.
It's like catnip.
Yeah.
It's like catnip.
I'm watching you struggle right now.
Last night we took a nap before dinner. We both took a nap before dinner, right? We woke up and it was like, oh my God, it's dinner time. Let's go eat dinner. We were down for like 45 minutes.
No, I was down for like 10 minutes. You were down for 45 minutes.
But then I stayed up the rest of the night.
I wanted to lay down and just get some rest, and that was 10 minutes. You laid down because you wanted to take advantage of me while I was tired and laying down so you could rub your body all up against me and spoon me, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then when I was done in 10 minutes, you're like, I'm going to stay here for another half an hour. My goal was accomplished. You did not get your goal accomplished because I know your goal was not to just cuddle me. Your goal was for more than cuddling.
It's hard, as he likes to call it.
It's like catnip. Yeah. It's like catnip.
I'm watching you struggle right now.
Last night we took a nap before dinner. We both took a nap before dinner, right? We woke up and it was like, oh my God, it's dinner time. Let's go eat dinner. We were down for like 45 minutes.
No, I was down for like 10 minutes. You were down for 45 minutes.
But then I stayed up the rest of the night.
You stayed up and
Until
went
bedtime.
to bed at a regular bedtime.
Yeah.
But that was a shocking thing that you stayed awake until 11 p.m. It's like, that should not be fascinating. That should be normal. That should be like a normal thing, not like, look at me, I stayed awake and binged all 5 episodes, and I stayed awake for 5 hours. Yeah, because this is the normal time people go to bed. Most people don't go to bed before Jeopardy.
Why does it make you so... Why do you begrudge me this like beautiful sleep? Why do you begrudge me this?
Because you're not 97 years old. And I fear that when you're 97 years old, I'm going to be sitting there, we'll be in our side-by-side bathtubs, just like that Cialis ad. And I'll be looking at you, and it'll be 4 p.m., and you'll be sound asleep. And that I will find very irritating.
More irritating than you find it now?
Yeah, because I'll be twice as irritated as I am now.
You might be dead.
You know what? I'm going to go on a sleep strike.
He might not be sleeping. He might be just straight dead at 97. What would you do, Kelly?
Because I'll be twice as irritated as I am now.
God damn. I got to learn to rewind a little further back.
Just like that Cialis ad. And I'll be looking at you, and it'll be 4 p.m., and you'll be sound asleep. And that I will find very irritating.
More irritating than you find it now?
Yeah, because I'll be twice as irritated as I am now.
You know what? I'm going to go on a sleep strike. I'm going to go on a sleep strike just to show you.
You're not going to make it.
When you fall asleep, you know what? I find you catnapping during the day.
You don't find me catnapping. You find me sleeping at bedtime.
No. During the day, I'll find you after work sometime or after work. I'll find you catnapping.
No.
I'm going to videotape you.
Oh,
I'm going to bust out the old camcorder. I'm going to bust out the old camcorder. And I'm going to play it for the audience at home.
When I'm laying down, stretching out my back in child's pose, that's not napping. He'll walk in, he's like, caught you napping. I'm like, I'm actually stretching my back. But like in a child's pose.
All right.
And he's like, napping. Not napping.
Throwing down the gauntlet. All right. It's going down because I'm competitive.
Guys, don't be alarmed if Mark falls asleep in the middle of the show.
No, we have a big show today.
I know. You may stay awake for this, even
I definitely will.
On today's show, Colman Domingo is here.
We're backstage. It's awesome. Oh, and a friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Mikey Day's here.
And at this point, a sibling of the show, Mangin is here. She's back with more bargains. She's going to give us a jump start on Black Friday, all for 50% off. All right, it's time for your favorite moment of the show. It's time to play.
Let's say hello to Caroline Bailey from Brentwood, Tennessee, who watches the show on WKRN. Good morning, Carol. Is it Caroline or Carolyn?
Caroline.
Caroline, good morning to you. Where are you there? That's a beautiful photo.
Thank you. It's in Scotland. It's in Edinburgh.
Oh, listen to that. Okay. Let me tell you what that reaction from our audience means.
Caroline.
Because I know this audience like the back of my hand. Anytime we have somebody playing for a trip on our show who's taking a picture from a trip, our audience doesn't believe you deserve to go on yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. And wait, this is the 12th time you said the same stupid, lame joke in the last 2 months. So next time we see someone take a picture in another country, you're going to stop and repeat yourself again? Right? Are you the person that says the bad joke and no one laughs and you think, oh, they didn't laugh at my joke? They must not have heard me. Let me say the joke again, but louder. No. We heard you. It just wasn't funny. First of all, it's not even a joke.
Trip? Our audience doesn't believe you deserve to go on yet another. That laughter lets me know how true on the mark I am.
We'll see. All right, you know how to play this game, right? You've given us 2 statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stop me, you'll win this. And this. Here are your statements. I was born while my parents were on a trip. Okay. And one of my kids is a dual citizen. All right. Where were your parents going when you were born?
It was a work trip for my dad, and it was in Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay. And you're.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm eating ramen right now. All right. My first impression guess with no clues. I was born while my parents were on a trip. One of my kids is a dual citizen. Well, I'm going to say one of her kids is a dual citizen. You could do the whole red herring that she's in Scotland. Maybe her husband's Scottish. so her kid's a dual citizen of Scotland, or that's a red herring is like, look, I'm in Scotland, so that's the one you should think is true, and I'm going to use this picture of Scotland strategically to trick you into guessing that the dual citizen one is correct when it's not. But you know what? Could be a dual citizen of Mexico. I don't fucking know. I'm going to say the correct answer is it is true that one of your kids is a dual citizen. You know what? I don't know if anyone really does that yet. I mean, here's the one thing I don't know is if you're born to two different parents from two different countries, are you automatically a dual citizen, or are you automatically a citizen of the country you're born in, and then the other parent has to like file in their home country for you to be a citizen? Because if that's the case, I think it's more likely that they didn't file for the kid to be a dual citizen, and most kids will do that when they're adults if they want to. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to say my first impression guess is that she was born while her parents were on a trip, because it's something that could happen, and it also seems like it's also something that seems unlikely, where that doesn't seem like that happens a lot, but it happens enough where, you know, it's not 1 in a million, but it's 1 in 500. You know what I mean? She could be one of those rare ones. I'm going to say it's true you were born while your parents were on a trip. We'll see. Not the confidence.
Okay, and your mom went with him?
Yes, because she was so far along. That was her only stipulation.
And
She could go if she went.
Okay, and how far is Jackson from where you were living at the time?
We were from Nashville.
I'm sorry.
When you were born?
It was a work trip for my dad, and it was in Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay, and your mom went with him?
Yes, because she was so far along. That was her only stipulation.
And
She could go if she went.
Okay, and how far is Jackson from where you were living at the time?
We were from Nashville, so it was about an hour and a half away.
That's not a trip. All right, one of your kids is a dual citizen. Explain that to me, please.
My oldest is also a Canadian citizen.
Oh, okay, how's that?
His dad's Canadian.
When he was born, my husband and I were living in Canada.
And where?
Canada.
In Canada.
Where in Canada?
Toronto.
That's right.
Oh, the same joke
And your
again.
other kid, how many other kids do you have?
2 other kids.
And they're not Canadian citizens?
They are not.
Okay.
You know, you asked such a more interesting question. I assumed that she was born while her parents were on a trip because maybe she was adopted, and that, of course, her parents were on a trip and she was born.
Got it. No, they're on a business
I
thing.
know. I just like that. In my mind, it was in such a different.
Oh, like she was trying to use like a play on words to trick you. Like I was born while my parents were on a trip, which means my parents were on a trip from Texas to, you know, Cleveland. And I was born in Cleveland, you know, from my birth mother. And my parents are who are quote unquote who are my wink wink, my adoptive parents. So I was born in Cleveland, and my parents are my adoptive parents that were on a trip from Tennessee to Cleveland. No, actually, you know, now that she says that, I guess I got to believe her. I didn't think about it like that, but if her and her kid, that's an interesting lie to make. I mean, you know, my very, very first impression was the one of my kids is a dual citizen. And I don't think I should have been able to change my first impression, because then it would have been called a first impression guess. So I'm going to say that I have to stick with my first. I reviewed the tape. I have to stick with my first impression guess, which was the first thing I said, which was one of my kids is a dual citizen. So unfortunately, even though I changed it, that would have been my second impression guess. And my segment is called Fill in the Blancs First Impression Guess. So my official guess is going to have to be that it's true that one of her kids is a dual citizen. So let's see what happens.
Place.
And you.
So now my point is I have.
Oh my God. We're really into this shit.
And that, of course, her parents were on a trip and she was born.
Got it. No, they're on a business
I
thing.
know. I just like that. My mind, it was in such a different place.
And you.
So now my point is, I have nothing to add.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut. I believe that
What did she say? This is a longer one, guys. I'm sorry. Look at that. 15 minutes into the episode, and we're already fucking 45
I
minutes.
assumed that she was born while her parents were on a trip because maybe she was adopted, and that, of course, her parents were on a trip. And she was born.
Got it. No, they're on a business
I
thing.
know. Just like
well,
that.
But maybe that's a lie. I don't know. You're thinking too hard, Kelly.
In my mind, it was in such a different place.
And you.
So now my point is, I have nothing to add.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut. I believe.
And there's Art behind Gelman. Art's just sitting there watching.
So
every show. He
now
doesn't do shit.
my
He just
point is,
watches.
I have nothing to add.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut. I believe that you. Oh man. I believe that one of your kids is a dual citizen.
That's right.
Yes.
No clues needed. First impression guess.
Passport?
He does not, but he can get one at any point. I think he has a Canadian birth certificate.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the true statement?
My son's a dual citizen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he was born in Canada, so he's a citizen in there, but both my husband and I are American citizens.
Got it.
You
Sorry, I wasn't following the plot. Maybe I took a nap.
You spaced out.
You didn't win a mug. I'm
You
sorry.
paying
Or a
attention
t-shirt.
there, Kelly? Jesus Christ. This is going to be like a 2-hour fucking stream.
What was the true statement?
Oh, God. I apologize. Hey, everyone, don't even watch this. This is going to be like a 3-hour stream. It's a waste of time.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut.
Look at Kelly. She's fucking falling asleep.
I believe that you. Oh man.
She's getting so bored with
I
this
believe that
shit.
one of your kids is a dual citizen.
That's right.
Yes. Does he have a Canadian passport?
He does not, but he can get one at any point. I think he has a Canadian birth certificate.
She's checked out. She's not
Got
even
it.
paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
She's thinking about sex.
what was the true statement?
My son's a dual citizen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he was born in Canada, so he's a citizen in there, but both my husband and I are American citizens.
Got it.
We get
Sorry,
it. We're not that
I
dumb.
wasn't following
We're
the
not
plot.
that dumb.
Maybe I took a nap.
You didn't win a mug. I'm sorry, or a t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a great trip.
Okay.
It's time for fall into the holidays.
Now, this is the time where you get to watch me dance like that, girl, and rate me how good or bad I am.
You didn't win a mug. I'm sorry, or a t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a great trip.
Okay.
It's time for fall into the holidays travel trivia.
Okay. No, we're gonna start over. This is gonna be a fucking 4-hour stream. I'm not even gonna watch this one. There's no point. I don't even care
I'm
for
sorry,
anything
or a
else.
t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a great trip.
Okay.
It's time for fall into the holidays travel trivia.
Hey, that's Nancy McCauley from Toronto, Canada.
There you go.
She is celebrating her 70th birthday.
No way. She looked like she was 68.
I speak on behalf of all of
You
us.
look
You
amazing.
look great.
Thank you.
Well, she dyes her hair, and she's got a breast lift.
Deja, will you spin that wheel to see what else Caroline's playing?
Oh my god. All this because I had to fucking make lunch.
Ooh.
Ooh, you're playing for a trip for two to the Pineapple Beach Club in Antigua.
What would he do?
7 days and 6 nights in a beachfront room.
Every
It's
place
all
is in
inclusive.
Antigua.
That means it includes, Mark?
Everything. All of it.
You're so funny.
It's a prize valued at $8,100. You have 20 seconds and only one guess, Caroline. Good luck.
All right, Carolyn. Here we go.
Carolyn?
Caroline.
Caroline, but it's fine. My grandmother called me Carolyn, so it's fine.
Caroline.
No, it's not fine. It's Caroline. It's Caroline. This is front room. It's all inclusive. That means it includes, Mark?
Everything. All of it.
We're starting to get bored with this show.
It's a prize valued at $8,100. You have 20 seconds and only one guess, Caroline. Good luck.
All right, Carolyn. Here we go.
Carolyn?
Caroline.
Caroline, but it's fine. My grandmother called me Carolyn, so it's fine.
Caroline.
No, it's not fine. It's Caroline. It's Caroline. This is the messiest show we've ever done.
Earlier this week, we talked with Michael C. Hall. In what musical did Michael say he starred and where he met the drummer in his band?
Oh, come on. Fucking, I don't know. Bush Eater to Octopus.
Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Wow!
That's a fucking hard one.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Pineapple Beach Club, Antigua's most laid-back, all-inclusive resort. Pineapple Beach Club is a tropical hideaway fronted by a quarter-mile arc of powdery white sand beach and turquoise blue water. Guests enjoy an authentic Caribbean vibe with stunning service, unlimited non-motorized water sports, and romantic seaside dining at its finest. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,100.
That looks nice.
Caroline, that looks nice and warm right about now.
Thank you.
All right. Look at how the audience is mildly happy for you because you already went to Edinburgh. She did lose the mug.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sorry
So,
about that.
yeah, so now you can feel reassured that Caroline doesn't win all the time.
I have enough money. I'll just buy a mug.
All right, congratulations. Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of
Oh, I think I'm going to throw up.
No.
Thank you.
All right. Look at how the audience is mildly happy for you because you already went to Edinburgh. She did lose the mug.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sorry.
So,
85.
So now you can feel reassured that Caroline doesn't win all the time. All right, congratulations. Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 perfectgift.com cash gift card. So please pick a number between 1 and 115.
All right, let's do 70 for the trivia dancer's birthday.
Oh, that's my girlfriend. Not the one standing, the one sitting. Not the one standing. No, she's too old. Little chubby. The one sitting. That's my girlfriend. Hi. You like peaches? I got peaches. I grow them in my tree in my basement. Oh my fucking God. This is how you fucking make a 90-minute stream into 5 hours.
Congratulations again, Caroline. Colman, Domingo, when we return. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live from Saturday Night Live, Mikey Day. We'll share a second day of a
Oh, look. Oh, maybe they're lovers and they have an adopted daughter.
Still ahead
Maybe that girl's my future mother-in-law.
Saturday Night Live, Mikey Day. We'll share a second day of a
Oh my God.
Still ahead on Live from Saturday Night Live,
now you're trying to read lips. I want to get so involved in this fucking episode for some reason.
Colman Domingo when we return. Stick around. Still ahead on Live from Saturday Night Live, Mikey Day. We'll share a second day of amazing Black Friday bargains. And coming up next, Colman Domingo.
Oh my god.
I'll pick.
Oh.
Bring on the benefits. To learn more, visit countycare.com or call 312-864-8204.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget on Monday's show, Jesse Palmer will be here.
Yes, also we have Jojo Siwa.
Okay, get ready. His film credits include Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, If Beale Street Could Talk, and the new biopic, Rustin. Please welcome Colman Domingo. Originally from Philly.
Yes.
Still have family there?
I have lots of family still there. They're all in West Philly.
Will you go home for Thanksgiving?
You know what? You never know. Usually Thanksgivings I like to do it, make it different. I like to travel. I don't like the stress.
Have you ever done the Philly Thanksgiving Day parade, like ridden on a float?
No.
You should do that.
Oh,
Really?
It's fun.
You know, Philly parades are like kind of wild, like the Mummers Parade.
Yes,
Yes.
No, they are wild. Let me tell you something. I've done it.
You have?
It's super, for whatever reason, every year on Thanksgiving, Philly reaches some record low temperature.
Right.
Like every year.
Always.
It's a thing. And you get super cold, but the people on the street are so generous.
Yeah.
They will run up and give you like whiskey or a hot toddy. They are giving you booze. So slowly over the course of the parade, you become incredibly drunk.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Exactly. That's a Philadelphia tradition.
Yes. Did you ever live here in New York City?
I lived in New York City for 16 years.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
Where did you live? What neighborhood?
I lived in Hell's Kitchen,
yeah.
and I actually lived at Manhattan Plaza.
Oh,
which is
real
where,
New York.
Real New York.
Yes.
It's an actor's dream. You live there. It's rent stabilized, and it's fantastic. Walking distance to Broadway.
All the
and all that
theaters,
stuff.
yeah.
People like Alicia Keys lived there.
Yeah, of course.
So it was awesome. Sam Jackson. Yeah.
Did you get to work on Broadway while you were working there?
I did. I actually worked on Broadway on a show called Passing Strange, Scottsboro Boys. I co-wrote the Donna Summer musical, and I've been nominated for 2 Tonys. One recently was for Fat Ham that was on Broadway last season. Yeah, as a producer.
Well, in my mind, you won.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
With The Walking Dead, you're the longest running character on that series. That's saying something.
Oh yeah, because
This is the final season, yeah?
This is the final season. The final episodes air this coming Sunday.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah, exactly. It completes 8 seasons, and it's been awesome.
Maybe a spin-off?
Possibly. You
Victor?
never know. My character is such a odd character, and he's got a terrible moral compass, but somehow he survived. So you never know. You never know.
The Color Purple musical opens Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Who do you play?
I played Mr.
Oh,
Nice.
It was played by Danny Glover and
Yes,
wow.
of course.
Yeah.
So cool. Hey, we're taking a break. When we return, after working with the Obamas on his latest project, we'll find out if they're on a first-name basis. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live from Saturday Night Live, Mikey Day.
There's no business like show business like
No business.
Just kind of alternated them for verses and choruses, and that was it. And it was just, then we had to find the right singer. And I said I have to be a part to find the singer because I know the voice that was in my head. I can pick it out and say that's the voice. You can't pick the voice that was in my head. It just doesn't make sense. And they believed it, which they should because it's the truth. But good thing they didn't say, well, you're not famous enough for us to give you that responsibility. They said, no, we're going to give the kid a shot. And I got 2 Tonys. They got, I don't even really like musicals. I like comedies. You know what I mean? I like Broadway. I like Broadway shows that are remakes of movies, like the whole Back to the Future thing. I love this someday. I remember when I was younger and I lived in Chicago and I was walking to work. There was like a dirty
choice for 2024. The Medicare enrollment deadline is December 7th, and we're here to help. So call us now at 1-866-650-4071. That's 1-866-650-4071.
We are going to put together the largest peaceful protest in the history of this nation.
How big?
100,000 people.
Is he for real?
A massive 2-day demonstration with enough power to shut down the White House and Capitol Hill, made up of angelic troublemakers such as yourselves.
Rustin, starring our guest, Colman Domingo. Did not know about this character in history.
Not a character,
This person in
You know,
history.
many people didn't because he's been marginalized in the history books. He was actually the architect of the March on Washington.
The March.
The March on Washington. But he was marginalized and hidden in the history books because he was openly gay. That's exactly. So the beautiful thing is that he was someone who inspired President Barack Obama, and President Barack Obama gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously. And so Barack has always said that there would be no Barack Obama if there was no Bayard Rustin. So it's now time to tell his story, which is great.
President Obama and Michelle Obama are executive producers.
Yeah.
Do you have each other's phone numbers? Can you call the Obamas?
Well, okay. Well, the funny thing is, Michelle Obama literally said to me the other day, "Well, you know, we winter here. You should come and visit." And I thought, yeah, like I don't know, like what, am I supposed to call you?
Where
I don't know.
they winter?
I can't.
Oh, okay, right. No, I'm sorry. That was so dumb.
But even though I think being invited is such a beautiful thing, but I'm still in awe of all of it.
So when you go to winter with the Obamas, I mean, first of all, let's just talk about using the word winter.
Yeah.
Like when you're
wintering. Yes, I'm going to winter.
Will you bring a hostess gift, and what will it be?
Oh wow. That's really
Because we
intense.
should talk about it.
We should
I've
talk
got
about
a lot of
hostess
thoughts
gift. Okay,
about hostess
what would
gifts.
yours be?
What I
If
would
you're
bring,
going to the Obamas to winter.
depending on where we're wintering, I would bring a bonsai tree, a small bonsai
Oh, that's
tree.
good.
Something they could cultivate and prune, and something that grows as your relationship grows. And
That's incredible.
You had a ton of mini speeches about this film. I mean, how many lines? I mean, how many?
yeah, did you do the math?
I think, honestly, I think because in maybe 132 pages of the script, I had about 80% of the lines, of the line notes. And there was just a lot to learn. But also, he was a very effusive person, a very fiery, spirited person. So we wanted to get that right and get the nuance of that.
And to organize something so big, so impactful, so important, you would have to be a certain dynamic individual to put that all together, to get the masses to rally behind you in a way like that.
He was one of the most charismatic individuals and smarter and a great organizer. He would really inspire young people in particular. Most people don't know this, is that people who actually organized the March on Washington were usually about 19 or 20 years old. These were young people. They weren't like old, stodgy men. They were like, people who felt like they were active and like, let's get out there and make this world a better place.
Yeah.
And Bayard was the figure at 51 years old. He was the one saying, no, you can do it. Make this world the way you want it to be. Let's make this happen. And by the way, it was actually figured out in 7 weeks' time.
Incredible.
Wow.
How did you get involved?
Well, I worked with George C. Wolfe, a legendary director. We did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom together. And I guess when they greenlit the film, he kept thinking of the person who had played Bayard, who would be able to give his heart and his spirit. And I'm lucky enough that he was thinking of me.
Well, he was right.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, he was
You're
right.
excellent.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Two-time Tony winner.
Rustin starts streaming today on Netflix. Coming next, more bargains that will give you a jump on Black Friday.
Monday and live from the Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise, Jesse Palmer.
Sometimes if there's a walk-in closet that you could fit a little mattress in, you know. Oh God. No, thank you. Whatever happened to
Shriner's Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
I don't have a car.
So this next segment is Monica Mangin selling stuff for Black Friday. This is her pulling her garage sale, yard sale bullshit, being like Facebook e-market or some shit like that, which I don't do. Where she's going to be giving you advice on here's some great Black Friday bargains. Black Friday percentage bargains. So they're going to show you a bunch of stuff that are available on websites and at incredible discounts. And not only are they incredible discounts, but they're Black Friday discounts in addition to that. So as though this is the best price you can get, you know, these pair of mittens, they're usually $40 a pair, but they're knocked down for Black Friday from $40 to $24.99. But with our discount for you get from the Kelly Show, you can get them for $19.99. Just scan the code and you go through all that. So you're going to hear it, but you won't see it because I don't support a billionaire conglomerate trying to take advantage of middle class people and trying to get them to spend their hard-earned money on a bunch of junk that I bet's a pain in the ass to return once they realize they didn't get what they bargained for. No pun intended. So listen to this lying fucking snake saleswoman try to hustle your sweet grandma out of her pension money.
Swaddling ourselves in luxury.
Yes, all of our bargains are at least 50% off. Take out your smartphone, put it to the corner of your TV screen, take a picture of it, or whatever you do with it, and you can purchase anything that's there. All right, so let's get shopping with Monica Mangin.
Hey, thank you. This is so nice and soft. So Highway 3 is one of the first brands that we partner with for our bargains. These are super soft. So they're fleece blankets that you can customize. You can choose the color, the font, and what you write on it. So you have a Mark, you have a Kelly. We did the Suelos family here. You can list up to 12 names. So it's a really good gift to give people. You don't just have to do names. You could write Holly, Mary,
so customize anything. That's been around for decades.
This is Lula's bedroom color.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're super soft, right?
Yes,
really good
comfy.
gift. And this is our pre-Black Friday, second day. We got all of the gifts. All right.
You know I love a project.
I know you love a project. So Kate and Lane, these are colorable pajamas and non-toxic markers, and it goes through the wash and it doesn't wash off. So the kids can keep building onto it. Kids are going to love these, and they're bamboo, so they're actually like soft.
Really
they're
nice.
so soft. They're really good quality, and they have it for little babies, toddlers, and then I think it goes up to like a 9-10, which is like an elementary school kid, right?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Kelly Burkhardt size.
Yeah, Kelly Burkhardt size. All different fun patterns. Absolutely
And it
love
stays
it.
after the wash, huh?
Yep, stays after the wash. Doesn't bleed at all either.
Incredible.
Okay, London Town. Everybody loves the gift of beauty. These are nail sets, okay? And this is, their lacquer is like gel, but non-toxic. You don't have to go under the lights or anything.
Okay, so what is this?
So this is a dryer. Yeah, it's just a fan. Super simple. And we have kits that come together with the fan, with different polishes. They also have so many colors. So my nails, I'm going to show them to the camera.
Yeah, they're really
I
pretty.
picked 4, I guess I have 5 fingers, 5 different greens. I can count. 5 different greens. And this is a great gift to buy for yourself leading into the holiday season and then gifting also.
Yeah.
Great stocking
deal.
stuffer.
That's a great deal.
You're going to love this one.
This is for
These
me.
are, and for Kelly and
Thank
these
you.
So this is Kelvin Tools. This is a multi-tool. We have a 23 and a 36. I mean, this has everything on here. So open it up. You have your drill bits. There's a flashlight here. There's a soft use hammer. So say you're hanging up a picture and you just need to do a little nailing. Yeah. They are glass, so I wouldn't hammer too hard the tables. But it's great. Corkscrew. There are 36 different uses. This is great for a college dorm, to keep one in your car.
That's
to put
actually
one,
a great idea.
A great gift.
A level.
So this is a level. I mean, it just keeps going.
Wait a minute.
Tape measure.
Tape measure.
It really does have everything you need all in one. So we have 2 different
gift.
versions. Great gift.
Great gift.
Okay, Hydros. This is for filtering water. It's a really fast filter. So other filters on the market, which we will keep unnamed, are very slow. Takes forever. This is really, really quick. It also is non-toxic. So everything BPA free in here, and we can infuse with fruits.
We could put fruits in there?
Yes, so we can put
Because
fruits.
I don't like water that tastes like water.
Yes, and this actually will change the flavor of your water because of filtering it. So say you have tap water you don't love the flavor of, it'll make it taste like good water.
Oh,
it's really great. This is a good thing to have at home. Great gift for someone that entertains. All the fruits. Okay, Denise Albright. You guys are talking about gratitude this week. So we have gratitude journals that you can write in. There are budget binders, which I highly recommend for my college-age teenagers.
Budget binders, yes.
Budget binders. And then there's also just a reminder binder. And that is like all your to-dos. But it has so many fun stickers. Like if you're going to keep yourself organized, keep your to-do list, written down instead of cycling in your head. It actually helps you sleep better at night too.
Must do, should do,
could do. I mean, they're realists, right? They know how we are. So many different assortments of these, and really cute for kids and adults.
These are great.
These are great. Thank you, Mangin. These civic bargains are exclusively available to you, our viewers, but only for the next 24 hours at liveandkellyandmark.com. Coming next, Mikey Day. Stick around.
And then and now back to the show with Mikey Day. Oh, and they just made him a blanket for free. $50 for us. Rich celebrities that can afford multiple blankets, give it to them for free. Me, 20% of my paycheck for a blanket. A millionaire, free.
Disney's Wish. Rated PG. Only theaters November 22nd.
He's an actor, a comedian, a writer, and he's currently in his 11th season on Saturday
And
Night
sleeping
Live.
with
Please welcome
Heidi
back to the
Gardner.
show, Mikey Day. Back to the show, Mikey Day.
It's so soft. It's so soft. They told me I had to say that if I wanted to keep it for free. It's so soft. I said it twice. Maybe they'll give me two.
Man! Oh, that is a man. How are you?
I want you to keep that. That is free.
I can keep.
I hate people that do that. Let's feel his muscles. Damn! That is a man! Don't do that. That's you making fun of yourself. I'm such a skinny, scrawny white guy. Laugh at me.
It's so soft. God, that is a man. Oh, that is a man. How are you?
I want you to keep that. That is free.
I can keep it?
Yes. That is 100%.
Gentlemen, you heard Kelly. I can keep it.
Last time you were here,
I'm
you
not
were
stealing
very
it.
excited to be on this show.
Last
I
time I
love
stole
this show.
something, you were
I've
I've
been
been
right.
watching the show.
Since I was
Newborn babies.
You heard that? Kelly said I could keep it. I'm not stealing it. Last time I did steal. You were right. I just lied.
I can keep it?
Yes. That is 100%.
Gentlemen, you heard Kelly. I can keep it.
Last time you were here, you were very excited to be on this show.
I love this show.
You've been watching the show.
Since I was
Newborn babies. Since you are tiny newborn babies.
Has the excitement worn off? Or are you just as excited today as you were last time?
Absolutely not. The excitement absolutely not. The excitement has not worn off.
Got it.
I'm so pumped. And is it Is it too forward if I ask? It's my second time.
For a blowjob for Mark?
I'm a friend of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Oh, shut up. Don't do that.
I'm a friend of the show.
Is this your shtick? Is this your shtick? You're super excited about everything?
Our good friend, Mikey.
I remember I went to Chili's and I asked them if I could have an extra straw to take home, and they gave it to me, and I was like, yes! Come on.
Yes, please welcome friend of the show, Mikey Day.
We're going to photo of you.
Oh my fucking God. Just get over. He's annoying. I was so looking forward to this fucking interview, and it's going to be so disappointing.
Next time we introduce you, we'll say, please welcome our good friend, Mikey.
Yes, please welcome friend of the show.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes! I'm a friend of the show.
Next time we introduce you, we'll say, please welcome our good friend, Mikey.
Yes, please welcome friend of the show, Mikey Day.
We're going to photo of you in the hallway.
Yeah. You do?
We're going to.
Oh, you're going
as
to.
a friend of the show.
Look at how cool Gelman's sitting
You think
right
that's
now.
cool?
Yeah.
I think Gelman humping a light fixture is alarming.
Yeah, man, you can come whenever you want.
What's weird is
making fun of me is funny.
He's just suspended.
The quad strength.
So you just witnessed another side of Mark. I'm assuming have you seen the new Stump Mark game?
I haven't seen Stump Mark yet.
Oh.
It's amazing, and what I was taken by, even in the Stump Mark faces where you're like, you look gorgeous. And didn't you just won sexiest morning host?
I did.
Yeah, what I noticed is you didn't win most intelligent morning host.
I have a feeling you voted.
Oh, you know I voted.
Yeah, I voted for Al Roker, so I don't know what everyone else is thinking. Like, the competition was really stiff. What'd you have? Like Craig Melvin, who's like 55, Al Roker, who's like 72. And I mean, Carson Daly, who's like 52 and 100 pounds overweight. Who else? I mean, who else is really your competition? I mean, that's pretty much, it's 4 people. Like, you know what? Carson Daly, Craig Melvin, and Al Roker. Who else is your competition?
Yeah, man, you can come whenever you want, dude. Yeah. We got a photo.
What's weird is that...
I mean, that's like, me bragging because I'm from Texas and I went up to Alaska and won a barbecue contest. Well, I'm going against a bunch of local Alaskans. Like, there's really no competition here. I don't think you should really brag about that.
Gelman humping a light fixture is alarming.
Yeah, man, you can come whenever you want, dude. Yeah. We got a photo.
What's weird is there's not a stool behind him. He's just suspended right now.
Oh, my God.
He's just suspended.
The quad strength.
So you just witnessed another side of Mark. I'm assuming have you seen the new Stump Mark game?
I haven't seen Stump Mark yet.
Oh.
It's amazing, and what I was taken by, even in the Stump Mark faces where you're like, you look gorgeous. And didn't you just won sexiest morning host?
I did.
I have a feeling you voted.
Oh, you know I voted.
I have a feeling you put some votes in there.
Take that. Take that, George Stephanopoulos. Of course.
I voted for George.
You're going to win every year. It's going to be, if I was a sexy morning show host, I'd be so angry that you were in my category.
Yeah. They should just give him a lifetime achievement.
Yes. This could be like Meryl Streep at the Oscars. Mark Consuelos.
Your son, let's pivot. Your son is 11 years old.
He is. I have an 11-year-old son.
11 years old. Does he still think you're cool? Are you no longer cool?
Right. I'm not really cool. Occasionally, if he thinks it'll bring some cachet, like at a new camp or something, like at a summer camp, he'll be like, my dad's on SNL, and see what happens. Yeah.
He'll float it.
Yeah. But he definitely does not think I'm cool. I mean, I'm just dad.
Well, is a cake is probably pretty cool in that set.
That's got to be cool. For the 11-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, that's in the demo. Especially little kids, too. It's really fun to see. I can tell, like, we were on vacation this summer, and we were at the pool at the hotel. And a bunch of little does not think I'm cool. I mean, I'm just dad.
Well, is a cake is probably pretty cool in that set.
That's got to be cool. For the 11-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, that's in the demo. Especially little kids, too. It's really fun to see. I can tell, like, we were on vacation this summer, and we were at the pool at the hotel. And a bunch of little kids were like,
are you the cake man? Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Well, we have to take a little break. When we come back, more with Mikey Day and what's ahead on SNL.
Monday on Live from the reality series Special Forces, JoJo Siwa.
Hi, my name.
What the fuck?
VCR. Yeah, so I used to tape it when.
Hash browns. And Ruben Studdard is not only performing new music, our friend Ruben's got a baby on the way, and you get to meet his wife. It's a family affair next time at home.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
All right, hello? Who's this? Keith, who's this? Oh, it's Brett. What up, Keith? Oh, what up, Brett? Sick. What up? Wait, where's the girl?
Oh my God, guys.
Wait, hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Is this Keith? Yeah, what's up, Brett? Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hello?
Hi.
Where
Hello? Hello? I'm not. Hello?
Is this Keith? Yeah.
It's just Tracy.
What's up, Brett? How you doing, bro?
Hi.
Oh, sick.
Hi.
Wait, hello? Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
That was a clip from last week's Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Mikey, you're looking jacked.
Thank you. I had a Mark body there.
And that was Timothy Chalamet.
That was Timothy Chalamet, yes.
Do you, I always say this when you guys come on our show, and it's a week where you're in the progress of rehearsing and writing and all that. I get very concerned for you being here because I feel like you should be sleeping.
Right.
Instead of being here.
Right. I mean, we don't get a lot of sleep, especially once the week ramps up.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
When did you start watching SNL?
When I was pretty little, I remember on Nick at Night, which would air reruns, seeing the original 1970s cast.
Oh, wow.
So, and I was pretty little when I first saw it. I remember I saw the Coneheads.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Which is,
Dad,
you've never seen that show and you see the Coneheads as a kid. I was like 7 or something. I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Ever. And then I used to tape it and stuff.
Tape it?
Yeah, okay,
Can you
tape
teach
it. Right, tape it.
Tape it.
VCRs were used to record digital media. And
some of your grandparents probably still have
that thing that's blinking on top of the TV.
Yeah.
Blinking the lights, 12, 12, 12,
ask
12.
them to show you their VCR. Yeah, so I used to tape it when I was a kid too.
Well, Mikey, you are definitely a friend of the show.
Yes!
Thank you. Saturday Night Live airs at 11:30 Eastern on NBC. Next, we'll hear from you. And a special gratitude is the attitude inbox.
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live.
I mean, I I think it was watching just the live episode on NBC when I was like 6, 7. Yes, why am I up so late on Saturday night? Because I just was. I don't think I ever stood up to the end of the show, but I always probably watched the first half hour. Maybe I'd get through a little more. But one of the first shows first skits I always saw that was usually within the first half hour. One of the first 2 sketches was Dana Carvey Church Lady. And, you know, it was that and Pee Wee Herman and the HBO comedy special to help the homeless and feed the homeless that Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, and Billy Crystal did on HBO. Those were the 3 things that I watched like religiously because I thought were funny. And then soon after that, I got into Gallagher and Smashing the Watermelons. That was huge for me. You know, and once I kind of started realizing that SNL was like they're all make believe, they're wearing costumes and playing make believe and stuff. You know, it was pretty much it was Carvey and John Lovitz that I remembered a lot. And then within a year or 2, I remember Hartman, and I think Dennis Miller was in there and stuff. But I gotta say, Lovitz, Carvey, and Hartman were the first ones I remember from like the late 80s. Carvey was the first. The Church Lady sucked me into the whole thing. And then Lovitz playing the devil, and then the liar, the guy say exactly, or I'm a little kid. And then as I got a little older, then the whole Sandler era came out. Kevin Nealon and Pump You Up. And then the same thing on Nick at Night, they would play 70s stuff. And I started to piece together like, whoa, this show is different, and I definitely, the Coneheads, and I think they used to do Blues Brothers stuff. I'm a kid, but definitely Coneheads, and also like any of the fake commercials. I always loved watching fake commercials. So on the 70s skits, I don't think I related to a lot of them, but I still was interested in seeing what the costumes looked like. I was interested in the voices because I was smart enough to know that these adults were not talking the way they normally do. So I was always interested in the voices they were doing to match the Halloween costume they were. And that was the thrill, is like they're dressing up a certain way and then they're picking to speak differently in a way to match their character. That's what I was drawn into. And then just the fake commercials. To this day, I love writing fake, terrible, funny commercials for terrible products that should never exist. The whole bag of broken glass, not for my age, but.
Ends November 20.
And the way they sell them, like, it's just like they could package them just like a real commercial. And you could picture in your mind, like, what if I saw this on real TV? And it's just
Welcome to the inbox. We asked you to send us what you're most grateful for. And of course, you delivered. What you got there?
Oh, this is great.
I have a
Patty
dildo.
Fitzpatrick Bartum. I'm thankful for reconnecting with my high school and college sweetheart after 50 years to marry him in my dream wedding, October 28th, 2023. All of our children and grandchildren were in the wedding party. My son, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, was our officiant, and it was just magical.
Wait.
Yes, that girl is supposedly 71 or 72 years old. I honestly, when I first saw this picture without reading anything, I thought that this was a father walking his daughter or getting ready to walk his daughter down the aisle or doing like a first dance with his daughter. I thought this guy was probably like 65 and this girl was like 40. She's apparently 70, 71, 72, something like that. They're high school sweethearts. I thought she was the daughter. I thought she was like
in the wedding party. My son, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, was our officiant, and it was just magical.
He doesn't look 72, but at least he still looks like he's 65 or 66. She looks like she's 45 at the oldest. I look older than her.
And college sweetheart after 50 years to marry him in my dream wedding, October 28th, 2023. All of our children and grandchildren were in the wedding party. My son, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, was our officiant, and it was just magical.
Wait.
Of course, I got to rewind it because I didn't hear what he said because I'm busy scratching myself.
I'm thankful for reconnecting with my high school and college sweetheart after 50 years to marry him in my dream wedding, October 28th, 2023. All of our children and grandchildren were in the wedding party. My son, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, was our officiant, and it was just magical.
Wait. They reconnected after 50 years. Look how good. I mean, I can't tell what he looks like because of the back of his head, but she looks great.
Yes, that's great.
Wow.
She's like 72. She looks like she's 40.
Karen Marcy from Pittsburgh, PA says, I'm so thankful and blessed that we are finally grandparents. Brendan Christopher was born October 17th. Oh, look at that.
You look like a witch.
Baby. Joey Lepage from
An
Greer,
albino
South
witch.
Carolina said, I'm thankful for my wonderful hubby that enjoys watching Kelly and Mark with me. They have the same kind of marriage that we do, and we just celebrated our 25th anniversary on October 10th.
Oh, that's nice. From Pamela Enderby, I'm
Sorry,
always
did she
thankful.
say they have the same kind of love that we do?
Brendan Christopher was born October 17th. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful baby.
So sweet.
Joey Lepage from Greer, South Carolina said, I'm thankful for my wonderful hubby that enjoys watching Kelly and Mark with me. They have the same kind of marriage that we do, and we just celebrated our 25th anniversary on October 10th.
Oh, that's nice. From Pamela Enderby, I'm always thankful for my family and grand monsters.
This is for Michelle Beatty. I'm most thankful for the Kelly and Mark show. I'm not kidding. You guys are gut laugh of the day, and we all need some gut laughs.
Aw, see that?
Mildred from Lake Orion, Michigan. I'm most grateful for our amazing 98-year-old mother. She gave birth to 14 kids and brought all of them to the U.S. from the Philippines. She has 35 grandkids and 15 great-grandkids. Wow. And she's going to be welcoming 3 more in 2024.
Wow, unbelievable. Julie Venosa from San Mateo, California says, I'm grateful that my husband and son
When that
always...
one girl said that they have a marriage just like ours, or we have a marriage just like theirs, does that mean that they eloped in Vegas too?
And she's going to be welcoming 3 more in 2024.
Wow, unbelievable. Julie Venosa from San Mateo, California says, I'm grateful that my husband and son always remember to put the toilet seat down for me.
Aww.
You know what?
That's
nice. A big deal.
All right.
We'll be...
How old is she, though? If she's not old, screw that. Let her get some exercise. Don't be lazy.
Wow. And she's going to be welcoming 3 more in 2024.
Wow, unbelievable. Julie Venosa from San Mateo, California says, I'm grateful that my husband and son always remember to put the toilet seat down for me.
Aww.
You know what?
That's nice.
A big deal.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Closed captioning brought to you by My Balls and a part sponsor of My Dick.
To the U.S. from the Philippines. She has 35 grandkids and 15 great-grandkids. Wow. And she's going to be welcoming 3 more in 2024.
Wow, unbelievable.
Wow.
Julie Venosa from San Mateo, California says, I'm grateful.
Julie Venosa from San Mateo, California. Of course, somewhere from Mateo.
Everybody, on Monday. Hey, don't forget, everybody, on Monday's show, Jesse Palmer will be here.
Also, we have JoJo Siwa.
Have a great weekend.
Oh, now we're going to show some fucking teenagers.
Have a great weekend.
Try to get them to quit going to college. Mark just mimicked pantomime JoJo Siwa like he's making fun of the way she said it. JoJo's.
Everybody, on Monday's show, Jesse Palmer will be here.
Also, we have JoJo Siwa.
Have a great
JoJo
weekend.
Siwa. Watch, he makes fun of himself. JoJo Siwa. Is that your mother? Suck balls.
Experience and results? That's Lerner and Rowe.
Call 222-2222.
Oh,
Disney's Wish. Rated PG.
The View starts live right now. By George. Congressman George Santos says he won't run for re-election after a scathing ethics report piles on the evidence of alleged illegal activity. How he's still defiant as he potentially faces going from the House to the big house.
Most people lie on their resumes.
Yeah, but you lied about everything.
Well, not true.
Make the
That's a lie.
Yuletide gay? Why Target's new decoration is igniting a holiday holy war.
Is this sexualizing Christmas for children?
Golden
What the fuck does that even mean? Sexualizing children.
If you don't close out every night at that bar, if that's not the song that says you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, then like that has to be the song, or I will be just severely disappointed. Okay, Garth's Friends in Low Places Bar and Honky Tonk is hosting a special one-night-only Garth concert on November 24th. It streams live, which I will be watching for everyone on Amazon following the first Black Friday NFL game. We will be right back.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Fucking shit. Now I gotta go through all this fucking shit. Fuck you, Garth Brooks. Come on. Right. Season 2, episode 54, 11/16/23. Done. Season 2, episode 54, actor Colman Domingo, Rustin. Mikey Day, Saturday Night Live. Monica Mangin returns with more Black Friday bargains, Black Friday. So I have the unique perspective of growing up with people being racist right to my face about my own people and not even noticing it. The great thing is, I never told them. I just let it keep going and say, "Well, this is very interesting." So this is very interesting. And of course, we're not doing the date that it says. We're doing the date it recorded, which was 11/17. November 17, 2023. All right, live with Kelly and Ryan, live with Kelly and Mark. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, actor Colman Domingo. Cole.
Oh, my lasagna does not need ricotta. Just a little worth of dough with a mix of mozzarella makes everyone go down now. Oh, my lasagna, just a little bit of ricotta.
Okay. Well, that's it for the episode. Go eat a turkey raw and try not to die. But if you do, hey, it wasn't me who told you to eat it raw. By the way, raw turkey's good for you. Give it to your old grandparents.